Good morning, students. Welcome to the biology class. In structural organization in animals, we have already discussed about our epithelial tissue, about our connective tissue, and today we will discuss about our muscular tissue and nervous tissue. So, muscular tissue. What are the various characteristic features of the muscular tissue? That is, muscular tissue is composed of long cylindrical muscle cells, fibers arranged in pylorés. Each fiber is made up of numerous fine myofibrils. Myofibrils show a number of contractile units called sarcomere. So structural and the functional unit of muscle tissue is sarcomere. The membrane of muscle cell is known as sarcolemma. Instead of plasma membrane, it is being known as your sarcolemma, and cytoplasm is known as sarcoplasm. When excited by stimulus, the muscles contract, then relax, and then come back to the original condition. Muscular tissue is involved in the movement of the body organ and also in locomotion. Locomotion means move from one place to another. Types of muscle tissues depending upon the structure, location and function. There are three types of muscles, that is your striated muscles or the skeletal muscle, unstriated muscles or the smooth muscles, and the third one is your cardiac muscle. So in this image you can see the various types of muscle, that is the skeleton muscle present in our bones muscles, that is your bicep, triceps are there. They are being attached with the bones, and in this you can see the light and the dark bands. They gives an alternate light and dark band, that is called as a striated appearance. They are multinucleated, they are long and cylindrical, and they are having the blunt ends. Whereas your smooth muscles, which are being present in your visceral organs I have already discussed, that is without the bones, they are the soft organs like your small intestine, like your stomach, kidney, which are having a spindle shaped cells, that is your spindle shape, which are tapering at both the ends, or the fusiform is there. They are the uninucleated and without any light and dark bands. And this is your cardiac muscle present only in your heart. They are having again the cylindrical, they are with the blunt ends, they are showing the light and dark bands, but uninucleated, and they communicate with each other, that is they are branched with the help of the intercalated disc. So striated muscle, they consist of long, narrow, cylindrical, unbranched fibers with blunt ends. They show alternate light and dark bands called as striations. They are closely attached to the bones and they are called as skeleton muscles. They are multinucleated, cylindrical, unbranched cells. They are voluntary in function, means they work with the will, with the action. They are found in the biceps, triceps and the limbs muscle, which helps in the movement, that is contraction and relaxation. So here you can see the image. This is your biceps and triceps, in which the striated muscles are present. They helps in the movement, they helps in the contraction and relaxation. Here you can see the light and dark bands. This is multinucleated structure with cylindrical, long and blunt ends. Next is your unstriated or smooth muscle. They are long, narrow, spindle shaped or fusiform with pointed ends. A prominent nucleus is present in the center, thus uninucleated. Striations are absent, means no light and dark bands are present. They are involuntary action, means the action is not under our control. So cell junction holds the cells together and they become bundled together in connective tissue sheath. They are present in the walls of blood vessels, stomach, intestine, kidney, and so on. So in this image you can see that is the stomach, that is the particular soft organ in which the smooth muscles are formed. They are the long cell, you can say, with the tapering ends, with the pointed ends, and they are spindle shaped with one nucleus that is uninucleated, and their action is not under our control. The next is your cardiac muscle. These muscles are present only in the heart. They are cylindrical and branched. As you can see, they are cylindrical and branched. Communication junctions called intercalated discs. So these are the intercalated discs present at the junction between the branches of two different cardiac muscle fibers. They make the cell to contract as unit, and all the cells of the heart wall function in the coordinated manner and the rhythmic manner. So there three are the types of the muscles, that is your striated muscle, smooth muscle, and the cardiac muscle. The difference between them along with the diagram is very important question. The next and the last animal tissue is your neural or the nervous tissue. Neurons are the structural and the functional unit of the nervous tissue. In absence of connective tissue in central nervous system, neurons are held together by the supporting cells called as the neuroglia cells. So sometimes a single question is there. What do you mean by the neuroglia cells? They are the supporting cells present in the nervous tissue. What is their function? That is, in the absence of the connective tissue in the central nervous system, neurons are held together by them. That is called as a neuroglial cell. Neurons are specialized for the conduction of nerve impulses, means the messages. They receive the stimuli from within or outside the body. Stimuli means any action, and conduct the impulses which travel from one neuron to another. They are present in brain, spinal cord, which are the part of your nervous system. Structure of the nervous system or your neuron, it is covered by the continuous sheet called as neurolemma. Instead of plasma lemma, we will call it as a neurolemma, which is made up of a single layer of flat cells that is being known as your Schwann cells. So they have a two regions, that is cell body or the cyton and the cytoplasmic processes. So in this you can see this is the cyton or the cell body. These are the extensions of the cytoplasm, that is your dendrites, which is the plural form, or it is being known as dendron. And this is branched and numerous in number, whereas this is one long fiber that is unbranched, that is called as an axon. They are being branched only at the terminal end. So that is what called as axon terminal, and they are covered with some myelin sheet. The yellow color structure is your lipid covered sheet, that is called as a myelin sheet. If it is present, so nerve cell is being known as the myelinated nerve cell, and if it is absent, then it is known as the non-myelinated nerve cell, and that is not a continuous, they are having a gaps like this way, so that gaps are known as node of Ranvier. So the cell body is being known as pericheron or soma. Soma contains granular cytoplasm with a large number of neurofibrils, various cell organelles like mitochondria, Golgi complex, rough endoplasmic reticulum, and centrally placed nucleus. Granules present in the cytoplasm are rich in RNA and involved in the protein synthesis, and these are called as the Nissl granules. So two cytoplasmic extensions arises from the cyton or the cell body. Number one is dendron or dendrites, and number two is axon. Dendrites are the small cytoplasmic extension from the cyton or cell body or soma. They are many in number and divided into numerous fine branches which help to carry impulse towards a cell body and are provided with few of fibrin. So what is the function of dendrites which carry the impulse towards the cell body? Axon is a long single fiber which transmits the impulse away from the cell body towards, that is by dendrites, and away, that is by the axon. It is branched at its distal and means at the terminal end. Each branch terminates as bulb-like structure called as the synaptic knob, which contains the synaptic vesicles with neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitters are the name of the chemicals by which the messages, by which the impulses are being transmitted from one nerve cell to the next nerve cell. Axons are of two types depending upon the presence or the absence of the myelin sheath. They are myelinated axon with the myelin sheath and non-myelinated without the myelin sheath. Myelin sheath is not continuous and the gaps are called as the node of Ranvier. Intercommunicating junctions between two neurons, usually the axon, terminals of one neuron and dendrite terminates or cell body of another neuron are called as synapses. So the junction, the gap between the one neuron and the another neuron is known as your synapse. The impulses from the axon, that is the end of the axon, that is the axon terminal by the synaptic knob, in the form of chemical that impulse through the synapse first reaches to the dendrite, from dendrite to the cell body, from cell body to the axon, and then to the next nerve cell. So intercommunicating junction between two neurons, usually the axon terminal of one neuron and dendrite terminates or cell body of another neuron are called as synapse. So this is all about our nervous system. That is not nervous system, nervous tissue. The neuron is the structural and the functional unit of the nervous tissue, which consists of cyton, that is your cell body, and the extensions, that is called as the nerve fibers, that is dendrites and axon. So dendrites, they used to receive the nerve impulse, passes it to the cell body, and axon take away that nerve impulse from one nerve cell to the another with the help of the chemical, that is neurotransmitter, and the gap between the two nerve cells, that is being known as the synapses. By this we finishes our animal tissue, in which we have discussed 4 animal tissues in detail along with the diagram. So please complete this work in your biology notebook with the diagram. It should be very neat and clean. If any problem, any query, you can contact me at any time. Till then, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.